Hey, so for this game 1 for Humilau versus Mount Hokulani, I'm going to do something a little different. This is post-match recording. The reason for that being is that I was very goofy and forgot to turn my mic on during Versus Seeker. So all of my commentary for game 1 is just completely gone, which is my fault. So I'm going to do a little bit of post-match commentary here to make up for that. I didn't really say anything too substantial during this game 1. I think the secret here is that Kobu ran some interesting sets that Kami was prepared for. Like you saw this turn 1, he brings in Azov and it presses Trick. Scarf Azov makes sense. That's typically what it likes to do. The problem with Azov is that it's a big mix-up, right? That's the whole point of him calling it multiple choice. That's what this mon does. And turn 1 tricking on the Garganackle is really annoying for Kami. So it makes sense that Kobu would press Choice Scarf there in the first place. Just see, turns out. So basically the way these two teams kind of function, Kobu's the same game plan always is. He wants to kind of break your team down and let Haxorus go ahead and sweep. Whereas Kami's is kind of the other way around, right? Or pretty similar, rather, in that he kind of wants to break your team down and let either an Amherst or Greninja kind of clean up. The key matchup in this particular, between these two teams particularly, is Cryogonal versus Overquill, which you will see a lot of. Overquill, once it gets the poison off from Cryogonal can't stay in and take Barbarazes. Because, you know, Barbarossa is double damage if you're poisoned and has 50% to poison by itself. So, Kobu's game plan really is to take out Overquill first, and then he can worry about the rest of the team getting his stuff up. And on Kami's side, Cryogonal is the one that he wants to get rid of, because once Cryogonal goes down, an MRC kind of just cleans through his team for the most part. You see a Ruination here from Kobu makes sense. Doesn't really have a great way of hitting Tinglu or hitting Garg, but putting a little bit of pressure on him early is fine. Knowing that he had Scarf this, so Kami has to commit to a single hazard and then switch or body press, which he opts to do there on turn 8. Lomola comes in on Donphan. Donphan chooses to knock instead of spin. Lomola goes for the Scald, hoping for a burn, doesn't get it, but that's not that big a deal. Lomola sits on a lot of mons on this team, just because how physically bulky it is. Cool flip turns here, anticipating the switch, good on him. Now here's an interesting dynamic, right? Normally you'd think Jotan would be a Scarf Sweeper or something. It presses T-Bolt, doesn't kill, gets hit with the Earth Power, and lives. Zotan has a pretty decent special defense stat, but Kobu specifically made this to be like Raikou at home, essentially. Terra Ice, lefties, Calm Mind, and you just set up and win. So he swapped that in on Amorous, knowing that he could take an EQ and kill, which is really annoying for Kami because that's like the crux of his offense. Obviously, Greninja is a powerful sweeper in its own right, but it's a lot harder to get through this team. That's a good Salt Cure on Kami's side, but Cryogonal has done its job, really. Obviously, being able to get rid of hazards is good, but clearing an Amherst T out more than anything else is the big one. EQs, because he knows that Garg is locked in the Salt Cure. And from here, it's pretty easy pickings for Kobu. Kami's got no hazards up, and Amherst T is dead. Like, it's really hard. I don't really think there's a win con for Kami here at this point. So now Kobu starts going for Whirlwind. That was me revealing that we've seen this thing's whole set. Omo can start coming in for free. Spin is fine. Tinglu can always come out and set up more rocks or more hazards if need be. But at this point, you really just want to kind of start putting pressure because, again, Kami doesn't really have any way of stopping this in particular, now that Enamorous T is down, and Garg is down, and Donphan has taken a good amount of chip. I believe this thing set is loaded dice. You'll hear me in the quote-unquote real-time commentary that I was trying to figure out what the thing's item was. With the benefit of hindsight, this is realistically loaded dice. Because he's running Skill Shot, and obviously you want to get those 4 or 5 hits and really maximize your attack. So this thing being SD Skill Shot makes a lot of sense. This is, in fact, the main reason that Kobu said he was even competing in this season at all. So it makes sense that this is what he would want to run. Kami's doing a lot of thinking here. There's not really thinking to do. Dazzling Gleam doesn't kill. He needed a crit or Skill Shot to miss. He gets neither. And from here, that is pretty much game. Even the Intimidate doesn't matter. As long as Skill Shot doesn't miss here. Kobu's going to get the 4 or 5 hits. Again, at this point in time, I didn't know what this thing's item was. I suspected Lumberry because Kobu ran that a lot in previous seasons. But it is, in fact, loaded dice. 2 crits there, which is really annoying, but I don't think it mattered. Because realistically, if you get 4 24s, that's the same damage. So, yeah, from here, it's easy pickings. He swaps out Haxorus anyway, which, you know, preserve the win diff. I respect that. Because win differential is going to matter in this league in the long run. And it's not like any of the other 2 mons that are left can really do anything to Alomomola specifically. Doesn't even go for the Scald. He just flip turns out. And from here, you can probably just send in Azov and start and just pick off these last 2. Again, the match is like very definitely over. I think Kobu just decided which mon would give him the least amount of worry. Again, Azov because it has Levitate. Reveals Ice Punch there. Which, you know, to this point he had only revealed Ice Punch and Trick. I think later on, I don't think he's revealed U-Turn. But later on you'll see that it's not U-Turn, so it's fully physical with a Scarf. Pretty similar to the stuff that I was running in Season 4, just that I was running Band as opposed to Scarf, usually. Gets the flinch on the Dark Pulse, which is a little annoying, but at the end of the day, knowing that this is Life Orb, it doesn't really matter. Goes into Ting Lu. Kami Dark Pulses again. Goes for Pump. Still doesn't kill, which I think is crazy. Which goes to show you just how bulky Ting Lu is. Misses the Ruination, but again, at this point, it doesn't matter. The game is over. It's just nuts that thing was able to take a damn Hydro Pump at like 45 and still live. Jolteon comes in, and again, because this is Spit Def, or rather, it doesn't even really matter because Jolteon's faster. So, that's going to be it for this game. I think right around here is when I realized that I was muted. So, enjoy the rest of the set, guys. So, what if I told you that my mic was muted the whole fucking time? I am the greatest. The most professional, even. You know, I didn't really say anything I think that was crazy for the set. I was saying that I think it makes sense for Kami to just run it back. He knows Kobu's got AV on this, which is really weird, but that's fine. And you know that this is Scarf and it has Trick, so I think if he just outplays, now that you know his stuff, he'll be okay. Yeah, I completely forgot to unmute. That's my fault. That's why I don't run Versus Seeker. Yeah, I was definitely speaking. I just completely forgot that my mic was muted. That's my fault. Really, I didn't even need to unmute switching the scene, but it is what it is. All right, so U-turns off rip. That's chip that Greninja probably really doesn't want to take at all. Because you can really only come in and press 2 moves now. I don't know if that was worth it just to get the slower pivot. Alright, Kobe's off some recovery. Kami Salt cures. Damn, that does. I know Cryogon is not strong on the Fizz Def side, but good lord. Alright, do you rocks here? He does. Okay. I even typed week 3 in the damn title. I'm screwing all types up. Alright, Kobe puts out a spike. Enamours comes in. Moonblast. Unfortunately, it doesn't crit or anything, so you're free to recover here. Unless Kami's some weird mixed stuff. Yeah, you just... This is a special attack drop? I mean, that's... Realistically, Kobe's only going to come in and recover anyway, right? Alright, Calm Minds. It has haze. Yep, that makes sense. This is absolutely not just the Rapid Spinner, but the dedicated anti-Enamours Mon. And then there's AV Jolteon in the back, which makes a lot of sense. Kami doesn't really have a way to break this easily. His best bet is Overquill, because Donphan doesn't want to take a Freeze Dry. Greninja's almost dead, even if it did have physical stuff. Moves the rocks. Calm Minds again. I guess he wants to force Kobu to... Haze is here. There's Kobu. Oh yeah, he does haze here. Alright, so he does have Overquill in on this now. That's good. Barbarage's 13% no poison. Taunt's here. Does he flip turn? Yeah, because you've seen Taunt before, so you know how this works. Go back into Azelf. Yeah, just straight up U-turn. Kami opts to stay in, which makes sense. Goes for Crunch. Okay, so this is what? Crunch, Barbarage, Taunt. Okay, yeah, so he does have T-Spikes. I figured you would have to. It just makes the most sense. The problem is, he probably has something to hit this. Because we've seen U-turn, Trick, Ice Punch. Actually, I don't think Azelf gets any ground type moves, so he probably doesn't. Overquill might be free to stay in here, and yeah, just Barbarage. Yeah, but I guess, yeah, Alomomola still doesn't take anything from this, so... You can wish here, realistically. So flip turn instead. Again, you knowing that Overquill can't really do any type of damage to you, that's fair. Goes in the Cryogonal. Freeze Dry does kill here. Recovers instead. Okay, Barbarage only does... Oh, it doesn't. Huh. It's a Spadef Overquill? That's interesting. I think you just stay in here. If he opts to recover, you just Barbarage again. Damn, Rapid Spin didn't kill. But at least he cleared the hazards one last time. Goes in Haxorus, that makes sense. Even if he Barbarage and gets the poison, like I said, realistically this thing has Lumberry, so... Goes into an Enamours T. Oh, just Scale Shots, straight up. I mean, yeah, he's still got Jolteon, so I think he was okay to... And Ting Lu for that matter, so he was okay to just Scale Shot and get aggressive. What does the Moonblast do to you? 32 to 38. Well, if that's the, Okay, yeah. That's not nearly enough. You can Ruination here. Or yeah, just straight up Whirlwind. I forgot you had that. Yeah, so Kami can't even set up in front of this thing. I think now's a fair time for them to both press the hazard button. Team Kobe just goes for chip. Kami does get the rocks up. This is really annoying for Kami because his best hitter is going to die on the switch in. Kobe sets up a spike. He's got to get Dom Fan in at some point because all this is starting to add up. At any point, Kobe can start whirlwinding and just make your life that much worse. Because, like, if he whirlwinds and Greninja comes out right now, that thing is dead. EQs instead. All right, well now you get to spin just straight up. What does Kami do from here? Like, I guess you can knock. Goes straight into an Emerson instead. When Womba comes out. Alright, taking 25% on switch-in is very nice. Obviously, it's going to slowly gain HP. You know, just because 33%, but having all that on a low mole at once, I think, is still great. U-turns. I think you have to go straight up Jolteon right now. Team Lu instead. Actually, yeah, because you could probably... Oh, he's doing this too. That was good aggressive play. Alright, well, Ting-Lu dies now. Yeah. I was gonna say, you probably just go into Jolteon knowing that it could take a hit and then T-bolt this thing. But... Alright, that's a good trick. Big Root. Wow, that's really weird, huh? It really wanted that that recovery back. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense when you don't really have recovery like that. You just gotta find a way. Alright, Jolteon Calm Minds 2. Swoon Blast. Ah, that's unfortunate. It does have Iron Head. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's that is in fact game. Kami does not opt to swap. Alright, yeah, that was very well played by Kami. 6-0'd him on the run back, good lord. Again, I think it just made sense, right? That, like, you know what Kobu's stuff is, so he can't surprise you anymore. So, let me think. What would be the swap here for Kobu? Trying to think. Cryogonal is the check to an MRC. He just ended up dying way earlier than he wanted. I think you can probably stick with it. Like, the way I see it, right, more often than not, the team that you bring is the team that's supposed to be here. It's just a matter of playing properly, you know. I think for the most part, when people bring their mons, like when they build their teams, right? Yes, he's just running a bit. Like, they bring the best team, typically. It's just a matter of, Yeah, like if the swap isn't very obvious, there's typically no reason to swap. So, what speed tier is Eternatus? Why the fuck would I know that information? Probably like a 90. Like, that one's bulky, but it's not slow. Oh, 130. My bad. My fucking fault. Jesus Christ. 130 is insane. I guess I look at that mine as like, you bring that thing in Ubers and it's just fat. But like... Who the hell is Markway 96? Okay, well... That's pretty funny. You know what, though? That thing is... I don't know, man. Like, it's the equivalent of a cover legendary, right? It's just like, Jesus Lord. I didn't think the thing would be that damn fast. Something with the scarf get outsped by Jolt and Hat. I mean... You gotta remember, Rambats. Okay, so this is sub Calm Mind. Also, I know I said that was AV, that was lefties. I guess I was surprised that thing took the special hit so well. I was like, what the hell? So he just goes straight for setup. T-Bolt does a lot. Kami Salt Cures, have we seen this thing use Earthquake? Terra Ice? Absolutely. Good read. Let me see. Press, Salt Cure, Stealth Rock, Recover. Okay, so he doesn't have EQ. So I was good on Kobu to recognize that he didn't have EQ, so he didn't really have a great way of breaking Jolteon as an electric type. And really, one Calm Mind is all he needed. Because this thing is faster than everything else in the field. So yeah, that's actually really annoying for Kami, that this thing got its shit off immediately. This thing is definitely not adamant. So you can definitely eat a hit and kill back. This thing is Terra Ice, so it's gonna take 25% just switching in. But you could probably save this. Like again, Jolteon outspeeds the rest of the team, so you could probably save this and clean up later in the game with it if need be. I don't think there's any shame in going like, yeah, I want my Molar Cryogonal here. Alright, Barbarage does it. Poison. Yeah, 1-1, Kobu handled it pretty, like, did a pretty good job against Kami game 1, because he didn't have, he's set up Jolteon, like, basically Raikou at home, and then he's Trick Azelf, and Kami just got kind of bamboozled, and then Kami smoked him game 2, because he knew what to expect, and smoked Cryogonal early, and allowed Enamorus to set up, so... You know, like, as soon as Cryogonal went down, he just kind of, like, funneled his way into getting Enamorus in, and then he just went to town. EQ doesn't kill, but that's okay, I guess. Because you get your stuff back. Like, you know, Tinglu can't recover on its own, so any bit of a lefties it gets, I think, is very advantageous. Good twist to Miss Magius on the EQ. You Will-O-Wisp something. Oh, this nigga who tried to say the Enamorus instead of turn. You might be dumb as shit, my boy. Oh my god. It's so funny. I didn't play that game, and there it is. Brother is cooked. Also, you can, come on, bro. You can scroll over the damn name. I guess if you're watching it here, you're not watching it in the thing, so that's... Either way, that's pretty funny. Alright, this thing is now spread 2 Will-O-Wisps. The Ruination, that's fine, because I don't really think Miss Mages cares about HP. Yeah, you might as well get your chip off here. Whirlwind it out. Enamorus is back in. Yeah, you have to go straight into Cryogonal. Don't play around. Freeze dry. Yeah, it makes sense. You got to start hitting this thing. You know this is the problem, so like don't even play around. Now it goes in Overquill. Freeze dries again, that's fine. What speed tier is Enamorus? Slow. Slow as dirt, my boy. But if Kami is like setup sweeper, then you know. This is set up, so this is realistically HP investment. And this is typically adamant, so like if Kami is for whatever reason max speed, then yeah, 315 would outspeed both of these. Alright, Kami gets a spin off. Bar Barrage. It doesn't kill or poison. That's awful. Because now I get to recover. Now I get my HP back. Oh, you wanted to know why Jolton hacks. Oh yeah, no, that thing's slow as dirt. You just did it back. I just read it backwards, that's all. Alright, now you can recover, even if it poisons, you get to get it back. But this thing is also gaining HP, so yeah, I was gonna say at some point you probably want to switch. Kami predicts it, goes for the T-Spike, so that's back up. Goes for Taunt, Kami goes for Scald, gets the burn. Alright, so that thing is... That's huge for Kobu, because now, yeah, you take nothing from this, and Cryogonal can come in and take a hit like it's nothing. Yeah, so now you can just recover for free. Yeah, it does 19 now. That's so awful. Gets the poison, so now this thing is... Now it's treacherous because a Bar Barrage plus the poison chip will just do 50, but... Spins, yeah, Bar Barrage plus the poison... It's still annoying for a Cryogonal to navigate, but... 15%. Doesn't get the poison. Straight into Miss Magius, yeah, but now it's go time. Because Overquill is burned. Garg is at... whoa, that... okay, never mind, that turn didn't happen. Lol, we made it up. Teehee.
This all happened when I joined. I just want to say that.
This is not one berry. Okay, that's interesting. Ironhead doesn't kill. Draining Kiss also doesn't kill. Damn, that's... I mean, Hax is pretty much a sack at this point, but... Alright, Draining Kiss, and then the poison finishes it off. Also, what's good, Muffin?
I was about to say, I didn't know if I was like, wait a minute, maybe I should just let you comment.
No. I get into the zone a lot, but no, you're good. All right, yeah. I think Azov can still win this. This is burned. This is Garg. I mean, Greninja's healthy, so that's annoying, but. I think there still is an avenue for Scarf Azov to win here. Yeah, you go into Ting Lu. Good U-turn. Yep, so he's gonna get rocks up. Ruination, yep, and then Stealth Rocks. Yeah, Humilau still handles 2 out of the 3. It's just, I mean, as long as like I say, I think as long as Azelf is healthy, Kobu wins this still. Burn Soul Cure. Yep, Kobu just gets up more hazards. I guess now Humilau comes in. You have to burn this or something. Yeah, now it becomes really, really difficult. Still no burn. Good lord. This game doesn't like him. Yeah, sack hacks. Or it goes in Azelf instead. Yeah, I guess he didn't need to sack hacks there. Trick the Scarf. Did he put Salt Cure? He did. Yeah, at this point now you're hoping for like the freeze. So this was Ice Punch, Knock Off, U-Turn, and then Trick. Yeah, that's a wrap. Yep. All right, Garx is gonna pick up the last 3. All right, that's a good win for it's a good win for Kami. It's a big win for Kami. That moves him to 4-0 and gives him the lead. Yeah, no, that was definitely, niggas were definitely thinking on this one. Yeah, you played that well. I figured that once you knew what Kobu's items were, that you would be able to outplay. Yeah, you played that well.